2, 1, go. Go, go. Cast die, commit kill. It's time.
Floor it.
Begin. And Zero jumping ahead with that blink drive.
Oh, yeah. Blink drives are alright for going forward, but I think they're much better for those lateral movements, the dodging.
Yeah, that dodging is really an underappreciated feature, but what I would use them for would be backwards. Extending range rather than closing, because extending range is one of the hardest things you can do. Especially if the enemy has good effective thrust. There's Tate in the distance, flying straight down.
Yep.
I am
Yes,
keeping
unfortunately, never can't do that.
the chat open, making sure. The microsecond we see an issue, we're just gonna flip back to Combat 1 and consign Combat 3 to the void.
Sounds like a plan.
Thanatos streaking across the top left-hand side of your screen. Now Tate is shunting full forward here. Oh, he has jump drives. He has jump drives. And afterburners.
Oh.
He is closing with Wiseman. Wiseman is alone on his team. He's going to be completely out of position here. Wiseman entering zone 3 and is probably going to be sailing out of it here in just a second as Tate closes. Tate exposing his rear.
Yeah. Check your shots, Tate.
Oh, jumping forward, making sure to keep that range with Wiseman. Wiseman rotating around. His shields are slowly dropping, but only slightly faster than Tate's at this point. Tate, well known for not being the biggest fan of shields. Going full broadside now. And closing the silhouette. He's not going to have all of his guns firing like that, but he is going to be a little bit safer against a massed fire. Some of those Thanatos shots missing. Tate jumping forward now. Good management, good use of that blink drive. It's taking some light left-hand fire there from Zero. Zero closing the range. Nade in the distance up there, inside of a zone. He wants to capture it, but Tate has captured a zone first. Jumps out of the zone and continues to pursue Wiseman. Tate exposing a broadside to Zero, who has fortified. Little late, though. Shields are pretty low. Are they going to be able to recharge through that damage? I don't think so. No, they are dropping.
Nope.
Tate firing the high explosive ammo out of those Mark IIIs, not the canister shot. It's an interesting choice, especially with all that energy damage already being expelled. And Tate's shields are down. Is Tate gonna focus down Zero and make sure that's not a grid that can just fortify him with impunity? Shields are dropping on Zero. He's a much less durable grid than Tate is going to be. Oof. Heavy fire on Tate from those custom turrets.
Definitely doing their job.
Comes Tate. He is now eating into Zero's exposed hull. Zero's gonna start falling apart. Those rotor turrets are gonna be pretty vulnerable.
Yep.
They're still active. They're still firing. They're still a danger. Tate's shields are still holding. 2%, 0%, and they're down. And I'm noticing Nate's custom rotors are not firing their rockets. Is that intentional? Might not be. That might be a deciding factor in the fight here, but Zero Shields are back up and fortified. See chunks of Tate flying off. Those custom turrets on Nate appeared to be having issues.
Yeah.
But that is just the cost of using those custom turrets. They come without warranty.
You fell for the CTC meme.
Granted,
Well,
Zero's
so did Zero.
CTCs seem to be working just fine still. So I'm not sure if that's a server issue, configuration issue, or a skill issue. But I'm leaning towards configuration.
Yeah.
That is a new grid, and he was building it right up until the last moment. Didn't even get a chance to test it properly or paint it. But Tate's center mass is starting to show some wear. Both teams not focusing very much on zones, which, well, could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. In Nate's case, with less effective armament here, I might be going around to the zones and capturing, and Nick's floating away from the main grid there. There it goes.
Bye-bye.
I really appreciate that we can run fights without trash collection cranked up to stupid now.
I know. Watching
It is.
giblets fly off is cool.
Such a cool feature to have.
Oh, the rockets.
I'm gonna turn off the names and the readout on the top there just for some glamour shots. Oh, the rockets are now working again. Or he's done firing them, just locked forward, who knows. They are indeed functional enough to use. Continue harassing Tate. I'm gonna turn the readouts back on. How is Tate doing in terms of battle points? He is losing the race quite significantly at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, RTX is looking a little hurt and beat up here with Zero. Is he alright? He's not moving, he's dead stick. He might be repairing something. I'm not reading anything on the chat log, so perhaps he has abandoned ship.
I think his main drive might not be working anymore.
Well, I still saw light in the thruster, so it might be he's looking for an extra cockpit or welding up what he has left.
Probably.
Either way, he is no factor as far as Tate is concerned. Conserving his momentum with that blink drive to maintain that broadside on Nate, who's full forward shunting. Wiseman managing to miss with those guided rounds on the Thanatos. That was impressive. I didn't even see flares fire.
Ow.
Still heavy amassed fire slamming into Nate's front. Who is shunting best he can. Wiseman coming in with those large lasers, those purple beams. They're cheap in cost and power, but they have climbing costs. So if you start spamming them, it's going to start hurting, but they do very good work. Very short range as well. Just sweeping those around, trying to cut Tate in half. That is the weakness of these boat designs. Oh, it's tense. Zero's still no factor in the distance, and there's still 1 point captured per team.
Yeah. I think Wiseman was trying to manually aim at those Mark IIIs that are on D.
That's certainly a choice. And Nate's shields are down. And Tate's shields come back up. 20%. Not a lot left in terms of what he had before, but he's still more than a match for any individual member of RTX. I'm impressed with the durability of Tate's design this time. It seems he's taken a lot of lessons from previous fights. Granted, this is a potato, not an individual ship on a team like he's run before. So it can be expected it's going to be quite a bit more durable as he ricochets off of the bounce zone side. Nope. Not going to give it the chance as he jumps forward, but he still has that momentum carrying him backwards. Does he still have a main drive? No, he does not. So it's all going to be side thrust now, so he might need to turn sideways to maneuver properly. Those are large hydrogens powering his left and right. Although it seems he's mostly focused on maintaining that broadside angle on Nate and making sure he goes down and becomes no factor. But speaking of no factor, Zero is back in action and has repaired whatever damage he sustained. We see one turret functional, one turret flopping around, and one turret just not interested. I don't know if I want to call it yet in terms of who's winning, but legally speaking, RTX is winning the battle point race and just about the mass race as well. Wiseman, the only member of RTX with functioning shields. At least that we can see.
Someone has decapped Zone 3.
That'd be Zero. He's decapping Zone 3. The visual won't update until he recaptures it. There it is. 2 points for RTX. Tate is going to need to do something within 6 minutes. Granted, that should be more than enough time. I've been firing flares to perhaps distract that point defense. Does Wiseman still have the Cocytus? Here comes the Thanatos fire, hitting center mass once again. A lot of the thrust on Tate is still there. It's pretty deeply buried. And if I had to guess, it's structural. Pretty much holding the ship together as he sails through the zone of asteroids. Away from Nate and Wiseman. Zero still not on the scene. So much damage on that level-looking ship, I agree. But it's still there. It's still rolling. Whoever said that you can't have pretty builds in StarCore. Get a few stutter stops here and there. Not bad, not bad. Oh, as Tate jumps through the asteroid field, which is to be somewhat expected. And once again, it appears Tate is going to manage to beach himself in space. Shout out to Tate for being consistent. Oh, consistent enough to cause the server to think about it. It's pondering.
Oh, no.
It's having a thought. It's thinking. Oh.
Oh, it's thinking real hard.
We've lost tracking for just a moment. I am considering deleting these asteroids just to solve the issue. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and say Tate's fat ass broke the asteroids. Alright, I have made the executive decision to delete the asteroids to allow the fight to continue. I'm not sure how much it's going to help Tate at this point. He's done very, very well so far. We could see some bounding box issues inherent to the asteroids here between Tate and Zero. So if Zero wants to actually engage Tate, he's going to need to close in. There's a interference polarity nebulae in between Tate and Zero. And Tate has gone red. It's not going to matter. He has gone red. What was the cause was it cockpits? Tate appears to be out of cockpits. That's it. We're done. Game. RTX wins.
Amazing.
Whew.
I will say this, Tate did last a lot longer than I expected.
Yeah, that was not the expected result for sure.
Oh, he gave him a beating. I'll give him that.
Yeah, not bloodless. Not bloodless for sure. Tate in the chat there, you put up a
Yes.
big fight. Fuck yeah, you did. Holy shit.
Oh yeah, he did.
Great fight. That is what I want to see out of every single potato.